Hello and welcome to the Lockdown Show. Hi, I'm Martin Smiler Keneally. You can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. So thank you for watching and hopefully give us your comments. Come and join the show, ask questions as well. We're going to try and promote over the next 4 weeks a lot of local businesses. And as always, have a chat, have a look around their shops or see what their products are all about, as well as looking at other things. Some voluntary organisations as well as obviously charities as well, and see if we can help promote and see if you can obviously join them or obviously financially help them or donate whatever you can. So do share this out, do give us a like, do follow us also on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. FBL Smiler, you'll find me on Instagram. Also, it's Armistice Day, don't forget the poppy appeal. If you didn't get a poppy, like myself, do go to the site and obviously donate if you can. It does help out veterans and everything. Now let's move straight on to the first person to join us on the Lockdown Show, which is going to be she's smiling. I can see her in the background smiling. So I'd just like to introduce you all to the Eco Stores Aylesbury, and this is Deanna. Deanna, isn't it?
Yes, Deanna. So
Deanna.
I get called everything. I'm used to it.
I first wrote your name down as Diana. And I was like, what? And then obviously you sent me a message. I was like, oh no, it's a D, not an I. But so first things first, I've got to ask the question. Where's the chicken?
She is. I'm going to have to move you.
Okay, no problem.
Around the shop. She is sat on the floor by the window, pruning all of her new feathers.
All of her new feathers. So she's molted.
Yeah.
Is this the winter coat?
No. So when we picked her up, we've had her for 10 weeks now. When we picked her up, she was almost naked. She had no feathers because she's a rescue. Yeah. So she's grown all of those in 10 weeks, and now she's like a whole new chicken.
So she was a rescue chicken?
Yeah. So she was saved from slaughter from the egg industry. And so now she just lives her best life in the shop, in the house, does what she wants to do. Yeah.
When I spoke to you yesterday, you was in the car, and she was in the car with you, wasn't she? As well as your 3-year-old. So. Yeah.
Yesterday was a fun day because the 3-year-old's childminder was sick, so he was in the shop all day with me. And then we were just going to pick up our other son, so our 6-year-old. And Miss Evie was just sat. She sits on the floor in the footwell of the car by little William's feet.
Ah, so has the family got like used to having a chicken then? Because is it a bit like? I mean, obviously you get fresh eggs. It's not a problem. Is it?
I mean, we don't eat them. No, we don't eat them.
You're vegan, aren't you, as well?
Yeah. So
see, I've done a little bit of studying. I do read up about things. I do look at what goes on out there, and I do check out, for instance, your Facebook page. Now we do have a quiz coming up, people. I've been, you said slaughtering my way through it all. Goes in line with let's so there's your Facebook page, Aylesbury Eco Stores. So look you up there by all means. Let's have a look. Let's make it a little bit bigger for people. You are a family-run business, aren't you? So first thing I would probably have to say is you do, what was it, 10 till 2, isn't it, roughly?
It's 9:30 till 2:30, which is school hours.
Yes. As a single parent, or as a parent, I can identify with that. That's a little bit like, I mean, we chatted a little bit about this yesterday. I'm not being sexist to men. Believe me, I'm not being sexist to men. But sort yourselves out, guys. Seriously, my mates would call me. I'll be outside the school gate ready to pick up my son. And they'll be like, mate, what are you up to? Outside the school gates ready to pick up my son. Oh, sorry, mate. I'll call you back later. Okay, fine. Next day, same thing. I'm like, seriously? 3 o'clock, I'm outside the school gates. And there's now my son went to Ashmead School. Now, funny little story was my mate came with me one day. He came round early enough and he said, I'll come with you. We'll pick up Jack. I was like, oh, excellent. So he goes, why are you getting so early? I said, well, because I like to be at the front. I like to, be at that gate, a bit like hanging onto the fence, trying to get through. And he was there with me and he was like, why so early? We were there like 20 minutes early sort of thing. And then within 10 minutes, it started to fill up. And then literally, he then looked behind him and he was like, what? How? Yep. I was like, that's why I get here early. I like to get my son and get out of here. A bit like SAS, in and out, mate, no problems. So the gates open, all right? And then there's, of course, it's the stampede, right?
Every day. Yep.
Yeah, every day. Now, if you haven't, now, especially for the parents that haven't been to school gates, now this is seriously where you lose your ankles. And no joke, it was like something out of an arm. I look back at my mate and he's getting bounced from trolley to person. He ain't got a clue. And literally, honestly, I should just shout out, medic, because he was battered and bruised. He had no idea that nobody's stopping that train. Once you're outside that school gates, once those gates open, boom, they're in. People want to get their kids and get out. So anyway, sorry, I digressed as always. So let's talk a little bit. So your family-run business. Sorry.
Yeah.
I see a lot on the site. Not a lot on the site, but I see on the Facebook page. Obviously, he's your husband, isn't it?
Just partner at the minute. I don't think that's ever going to happen. He's always been my partner.
Me. What's your partner's name?
He's Liam.
Liam.
Yeah.
How long have you been together?
Just over 5 years.
5 years. Ooh.
Yeah, no, we've lived together that long. We've got 2 children. We started a business together. I mean, we're quite content as we are. I think we've got everything we need at the minute.
Well, you look lovely on the Facebook page, both of you. And I know his work sometimes causes problems with your opening times, and obviously you've got children, you work with school. So the functional idea of a 9 to 5 opening business isn't really what you're about, is it? No.
So, I mean, we physically can't do that because Liam works full time, and that's not necessarily 9 to 5. Some days it's 9 to 5. Some days it's 6 till 2. Some days it's 2 till 9 at night. And then he also works 1 in 3 weekends, which messes us up a little bit on weekends.
Right.
And so if he's at work and the kids aren't at school, I am with the kids. That's the priority.
Yep.
There's no other way around it. So I open every waking minute that I can that he is at home or the boys are at school.
Right.
Yeah. We try.
Yeah, no, I can see. I mean, it's lovely to see, like, especially a local business and fitting around the children. I've said to my children, you know, I could go work in the city and earn stupid amounts of money, but I wouldn't see them. Being a single parent, it's more important. And running my own business is, you know, FBL Broadcasting is owned by the Canada Corporation, which is a company we set up, and FBL Broadcasting runs off of the Canada Corporation. I have to say that for legal reasons, by the way. But it's one of those things that people don't always understand, that sometimes when you run a business and you've got a family, it's a lot of work. It's really hard. I mean, the hours, I was up till 4 o'clock this morning. I was saying to you earlier, just sorting this all, you know, I get nervous. People don't think I get nervous. They go, oh, you sit in front of the camera and you talk all the time, you yabber on, you blah, blah, this. And I go, yeah, but I still get nervous, which is good because, you know, but it's also a lot of work. Social media updates.
Oh, gosh.
They take a lot of time, don't they, for a business owner?
Our Facebook page isn't even working properly at the minute. So everything I post has to go through Instagram first. And it just makes things just that little bit longer. And so when you've got 10 messages in the inbox to go through and you have to go through Instagram, log in, log out, log back in again, it's chaos at the minute.
There's a little tip I've got for you then. It's called Facebook Suite. Or something like that.
It's not working. No, it's not working.
I just used it. It's you. It
must be us. Yeah. Our Facebook just isn't playing ball and it's just not helping us at the minute.
Oh, okay. Well, this Facebook Suite I've been using, which allows me to put stuff on for later on and, you know, schedule it. Yeah. I find it really, really helpful, even though Instagram does seem to have an issue with it. It seems to not always post. So there is that, but it always does seem to post to Facebook. I would say 90% of the time. But check it out, or maybe you've got a problem, let me know and I'll tell you.
I will persevere. Yeah, as with everything else, my main phrase is just persevere. I will persevere and I will carry on with Facebook, whether it likes me or not.
Business owners, I think they have that acronym. They have that idea, don't we? We literally do. I did banger racing, Stansted Raceway. I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I load the van and I drive to Stansted. I then set up with all the wireless kit and just myself. I broadcast. I get it all set up by 12, and literally just before they start, because it takes that long to set up. Then run it till 5 o'clock, and then I pack it all. I'm no joke. I'm the last one to leave the racetrack. And the owner, Terry, really nice guy, really brilliant. I've been working with him really hard trying to promote his business. And he's like, you ready yet? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just finishing. I'll get, finally pack up the van out the gate, then he can shoot off back to London to his home. And, then I drive back another couple of hours because I've got a camper van, Frankie the camper van. We will be do some more about that on the shows. But it's a long day. But people say to me, how, what? And it's like, you just do. It's a passion, isn't it?
In the end. Yeah.
And I can see that from your Facebook page. Let me bring back up again this Facebook page of yours.
There's a lot on there.
There is. Now, I'm going to tell people now that there is 3 questions in the quiz today that you need to look on on the Aylesbury Eco Stores Facebook page, and you will have to scroll down. But there is a lot in there, isn't there? I mean, obviously you've got your time showing up there, 9:30 till 2:30, Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. And on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you will post the night before. There's your address, Edison Road, Rabens Lane Industrial Estate. So that's up by the tip, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not the same road as the tip, it's the road after the tip road, which a lot of people get confused by.
Yeah, you can imagine that, couldn't you? No, keep going. So yeah. There's quite a lot of stuff you've got about, obviously, the shop. A certain chicken keeps on Evie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Evie?
Yeah, Evie.
She pops up a lot. I see that a lot. And you won an award as well, didn't you? You got it from the...
We did. We won the Proud of Bucks Award, and that's for all of the hard work that we did during the last coronavirus lockdown. But to me, that was just us opening our shop and just doing what we had to do, providing people with flour and pasta and things. And then to have my customers pull through and get us that award was pretty impressive.
I would say, I mean, yeah. I mean, any award is pretty good for a business, isn't it, to be fair? Especially when you just started up. Now, you only started up this year.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
So we weren't ready. So we decided we were going to do this in January after we'd spent months travelling all around, Buckinghamshire further to shop like this in smaller shops. And so we thought, we're going to do it. We want to shop like this. People want to shop like this. We're going to do it. So by March, we weren't quite ready to open, but lockdown hit. There was a shortage of pasta. There was a shortage of flour. People couldn't get their food. And we thought, we're not ready. The shop's not finished. We've not got everything, but we're going to open anyway. And it was the best decision we could have ever made. Excellent. Because we sold nothing but flour for 6 to 8 weeks. And we got so many people in here that probably wouldn't have ever considered shopping like this otherwise. And most of them have come back, which is great.
Again, my partner, she's got, Tesco's was running, I was going around there, mask on and, the hazmat suit and God knows what else. And it was like, there's no flour. And she's a really good cook. She's a really good baker and all that lot. And no flour is like, what's going on? So, and then she obviously checked yourselves out and saw that, now what you do is you bring your own containers, don't you? Or you can bring your own containers, which Ed Gemmell, done a lot of work with him, really works for trying to obviously help the earth and stop landfill, which is going to be one of the questions later, by the way, people. So this is really good for that, isn't it? You come along with your own container and then...
Whatever it is, yeah. It doesn't have to be, a specially bought Kilner jar. It can be a butter tub, an old cereal bag. It can just be an old box that you've got from somewhere. As long as you can get it home, you can fill it, tell me how much you've put in it, and then just pay for what products you've picked up. You're not paying for your packaging. You're not buying packaging. That's it. It's that easy.
That's amazing. One quick thing. Hi, Carol. She says, morning, well, good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon to you, Carol. And don't forget, ask questions, put it on there, and I can also ask. I don't know if you can notice on your software, Deanna, but there's also the ability for you to see the questions as they come in. But I'll keep an eye out and let us know if any questions come in. You're just too busy, like, oh my God, I'm in front of the screen.
I'm doing this. That's all I'm focusing on.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's no problem. I'll throw the old questions in there. We do get people asking quite a few times. So, right, let's have a look around your store first. Let's
for it.
Yeah.
Right, let me jump up.
Okay.
I'm sat behind my till at the minute and I was on quite a high chair.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So, of course, I have no idea how to turn this around. So we're going to do it this way.
Do you know what? I don't think you can with this wonderful link in the software that we use. There's chickens.
I'm going to come here first because she is the most important part of the shop.
I think it's amazing. I'm going to have to pop in.
She's very cat-like. You know, she's not interested in me whatsoever. No.
My cat's like that, thank goodness, at the moment. They usually do get involved in some of the streams. So what product do we have? What product would you recommend is your best sort of thing at the moment?
I mean, we've got plenty. So the big one for a very, very long time was flour. So we've got the big bags of flour. You literally come in, dish it out into your container, pay for what you've dished out. That's it.
How much are they paying for flour, if you don't mind me asking?
The plain, let me bring you over here.
There we go.
The plain is 17p per 100 grams, which really isn't that much at all.
Okay.
There we go.
That's good.
One of my favourite parts of the shop, spices. We have 54 spices in total. And, I mean, they're only in small jars. And so you've got salt here, which you'll work out. You'll fill up one of your Tesco's pots for all of 16p. Yeah. Which is incredible. So we've got spices, background here. We've got our dispensers, which have got beans, they've got lentils, they've got rice, couscous, all the pastas, some more beans, some more lentils, gluten-free flour as well, because that's very important. Come back this way. There's Miss Evie just chilling on my floor.
That's cool. Love the chicken, man. Love the chicken.
Down here, right. So more food. I'm wonky. What am I doing?
It's all right. Don't worry.
There we go. Right. So over here we have dried fruits. We've got nuts. We've got some more cereals at the bottom. These sell very well.
What cereals? Let's have a look at cereal. I haven't had breakfast yet because I'm too busy.
So on the other shelf we've got brown flakes and we've got muesli. But down here, these are your more obscure cereals. I mean, you've got flaked wheat, rye flakes, chicken.
Right. Chicken?
Yeah, there we go. This is normal. She'll just sit and she'll inspect all of the jars. She'll peck them all, see if she can get anything out.
Oh, of course
she knows she can't.
That's brilliant. So I saw a little thing on your Facebook page, which was it was the barbecue corn or something.
Oh, yes. So our absolute top sellers food-wise, you've got the fried rice crackers, which people go mad for them. A lot of our regulars became regulars because they were addicted to the fried rice crackers.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got the barbecue corn at the back, which I absolutely love.
See, I need to come on site so that I can test all this stuff. I really do.
I'm weird. I like the barbecue corn with the papaya.
Okay.
So I'll do a scoop of each. And then I just eat them together, which is weird because the papaya is very, very sweet.
Right, okay.
But we've got lots of snacks. I don't know where I am. I don't know how to find myself.
don't you worry. That's fine. You're doing brilliant. You really are. I mean, it's great to look around the shop. What we got on these stands here? I mean, you've got quite a lot in your shop, haven't you? I mean, coming up to Christmas, Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, I do a little spin around. We have crammed absolutely everything we physically can in here. So, I mean, they're my new shelves, which I've not put much on because they're ready for Christmas. So Christmas time, I'm getting a lot of soaps, bath bombs, bath moisturisers, and they're all going to go on this unit here. And that's going to be fantastic.
I need to ask a question. So what would you recommend for a girlfriend you've been dating for 3 years?
That you've been dating for 3 years?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I mean, my thing about gifts is that I don't want to be wasteful. So generally I will buy people soaps. I will buy them bath bombs. And if I know them quite well, I'll go as far as doing like the safety razor, because that is always a winner. It's just a bit of a cost initially. And then you've got things
like your Facebook page. You really said these razors are like brilliant. You're throwing away your old razors and you're going with this, aren't you?
Yeah. So with the safety razors, we've got a few different designs. This one's quite light and it's quite chunky. I don't know where you are. But they shave really, really well. It's a really close shave because of course you're only using the one blade.
Right, okay.
And then when you're replacing the blade, you buy a 5-pack of blades for $1.99. There's no plastic with them. There's no, the only packaging you get is a bit of cardboard.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And the razors are designed to last 5 to 10 years. And so, of course, that you're not going to be buying a new razor in a plastic pack with blades in a plastic pack.
Oh, okay. So how much was it for the razor then? Sorry.
So $20.99 for the razors.
Right.
And then they come with one blade. So that's potentially a month's worth. Okay. And then $1.99 for the 5-pack of reusable blades.
So that's a good little Christmas present then, isn't it, really?
Very good Christmas present, yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I like that. So people out there looking for a razor for the old man, or even for women, actually, because this is what you put
I thought they were for men. They're not.
Yeah. So
they do seem to be like a face razor, but they are genuinely an all-over men, women, full-body razor.
Chickens?
I wouldn't go quite that far. I mean, I've lost the chicken. She's gone outside, but that's normal.
Oh, okay. All right. So how many different razors have you got there? Because that looks like a really good little present, actually, especially for those dads out there and mums.
My stepdad's getting one for Christmas.
You can't spoil Christmas. You can't say that on air.
He's been asking me for months for a razor, and I said, no, you'll wait until Christmas. But we've got the bamboo handle one, which is fantastic. It just looks...
Let's do a close-up of that, if you don't mind.
Right. I can try, but this camera's not doing what I want it to do.
To the left. Stop. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Looks nice. So
that's our bamboo handle.
Yeah. Okay.
Then the other three, I don't know if I can show you. So you've got a black, a rose gold, and a silver.
So most women would go for the rose gold, wouldn't they? I'd reckon. Guys would go.
Men and women all love the rose golds.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. So how many have you sold of those? Are they like selling out quick scenario?
It's one Hopefully of those.
After the show, they will.
When we first got them, they didn't sell very well because the people that were asking for them were women, and I was saying, no, I'm not sure. I think they're more for men. But then my partner told me that I was being an idiot and that I should just use his, and it's the best thing I've ever done. So of course I put the word out there, and they have since just flown off the shelves. It's just people go mad for them. Yeah, but I can see why, because once you've bought one, that's it. You're not buying anything else for 5+ years.
Yeah, I've got to admit, well, except for the replacement blade, which is like you say for a month, but it's $1.99 for 5 blades, so that's 5 months. Can you believe somebody's ringing my doorbell? Can you believe that? God, working from home. As
I know.
Don't know who they are. It's probably the police banging down the doors. So that's a really. Anything else that you could recommend for Christmas or?
I mean, as I say, on this shelf behind me, we are going to fill it up with soaps and bath bits, and most of them are going to be pick a mix, so 3 for £1. Right. And that's a few little soaps. We've got kids Lego soaps coming in. We've got bath bombs. We've got the body moisturizers, and they're going to go and fill this, and that is just perfect for Christmas. You look very lost. Is there still someone at your door?
Yeah, it's a delivery driver, I think. Sorry, he just shoved something through the door. I don't know, but anyway, never mind. Sorry, I apologise for that.
No,
so for Christmas, you've got a lot of. So that's where everything's going to be. So when people walk in, that's probably, if they're looking for Christmas presents, that's the place to go straight away.
That's where I'm going to send them. Yeah, but there is still a lot of people are buying things like the kitchen and bathroom bar cleaners. Okay. Because I'd say they are fantastic.
Sorry, I saw this on your again. Got to get on this Facebook page because you put a lot on there, don't you? You really do. Yeah. You test out these products, and then you said this is really, really good. You put it on a cloth, didn't you?
Right, I threw it.
There you go. Live TV scenario. There you go.
Right, so this here is potentially my all-time favourite shop product. Okay. It's the Planet Detox bathroom cleaner, and it's so easy. It's replaced every single bottle and spray and everything that I've had in the bathroom, and it is naturally antiseptic, antifungal, antibacterial, palm oil free, SLS, SLES free, and it's genuinely, you rub the cloth on it and then rub it across the bathroom, wipe it off, and it is sparkling. It's insane how good they are.
Right, we're going. Maybe we can give one of those away or something. I don't know, to encourage people. Do a product.
They are my favourite products. Once
how
you
much is
bought
it?
one of these, you don't need to buy any spray bottles. You don't need to buy anything for at least 6 to 9 months because they last that long.
Oh, okay. Or we'll just come and get some more.
Yeah.
So it's good for the environment, isn't it? It's good for the environment, and literally, you're saying it just covers everything. So, as in cleaning wise, for the bathroom, yeah.
But then you've also got the kitchen one, which of course I use that one everywhere in the house.
Oh, okay.
I've got kids, so I use it on the walls. I use it on the tables. I use it on everything.
Yeah, I can imagine with kids.
Yeah.
How much are they?
They are $5.99 a bar, but then when you think $5.99, that's to replace the mirror, the window, the tap cleaner, the toilet cleaner, the bath cleaner. That replaces everything, and it's just this one little bar.
Okay, yeah,
you are saving in the long run.
So for the toilet, you're not obviously going to be rubbing that bar on your toilet. How do you do that?
No. So with that one, because I've got 2 boys, I've got a 3 and a 6-year-old. We sell a bathroom cleaner. That's in our liquid refills here. A toilet cleaner even. But for the outside of the toilet, I've got my own specific rag that, you wipe and you clean the outside of the toilet off.
Right, okay, all right.
It literally does everything. It takes away the smells, it takes away the grease, it takes away the fingerprints. It's fantastic.
Sounds really good. What else can you recommend from your store?
I mean, everything in this shop I have at home. I have tried it, I have tested it, I love it. That's why it's here.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking toothbrushes. Everyone likes toothbrushes. Everyone uses toothbrushes. These are £1.60 and £1.50 for the kids ones.
Right.
They are, no different to a normal toothbrush, but they're bamboo. And then when you're finished with them, you pull the bristles out, put them in the composter. Done. That easy.
Really? Now that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of that. Ed Gemmel's going to love this when I show him all this and send him the link and he watches it later. You just take the bristles out. So you obviously throw them in the bin and then you put that in your compost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So if you're anything like me, I'm not very successful, but I am very big on gardening. So I actually pull the bristles out, stick them in my planter and write on them.
All right. Okay.
So they become my plant labels.
Ah, that's clever. Like that.
There we go. We don't just throw things away. There is a use for absolutely everything.
Honestly, I'm amazed. I really am. I didn't know it went. I mean, obviously, I've been checking out your Facebook page. Being a stalker.
So easy there.
I do my little investigations. So I'm loving this. That's just truly amazing. But okay, so what else? Give us something else that
I'm going to come over here. I have to come over here.
So this is a Christmas bit.
Well, they're half Christmas, half not. We've had these since we opened. Okay. They're made by a retired lady in Aylesbury. And so they're makeup removers, or you can use them for whatever you want to. They've got, if I can open it up, they've got a bamboo toweling on one side, and then they've got, a pattern on the other side. You wet them.
They look good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a pack of 10 for £9. Wet them, take your makeup off, throw them in the washing machine, keep reusing them until they die.
Not that's that they good. So how many uses would you get out of them?
I tried really hard to use mine until it died, but I lost it. So I used mine one single pad for 4 months, and then I lost it. But in theory, you can use them, just until they die. I mean, you can even use them as little hankies. They don't have to be makeup removers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They can.
I mean, I'm loving it. I think that's a brilliant little present for a female, isn't it? Oh, maybe a guy if he wears makeup as well. Let's not be sexist. So
get rid of the baby wipes.
I'm loving that. I'm at £9. You said, yeah. Go on.
£9. These are a pack of 10. They've got the 2 different patterns in. So they've got the more Christmassy pattern, and then they've got the boating pattern. Yeah. But they've got a bit of random designs because they're made using scraps of material. So rather than our crafter going out and buying fabric for these, if she's got scraps left over from something else she's done, she'll use that. Right. Okay. So it's clean, it's new, it's just unwanted. So it's saving on materials.
Okay, yeah. I'm how much do females spend on makeup remover alone?
I mean, I've never been massive on it, so I'm not a huge makeup wearer. I have today because of this. But you know, you go through, I think, pulling numbers out of my head, a £4 pack of wipes every month or two. You've got little bottles of liquid that you can use to take your makeup off. They're expensive. I just use one of these. These are our alternative soaps. They're £1.90 and they're gentle. So I use them to take my makeup off.
Now, I have a dry skin condition. You know, it was brought on by stress when I worked in the corporate environment. So, and also I was married, divorced now. But I think that might have had something to do with it as well. But anyway, so are they really good for the skin, for people with sensitive skin?
Yep. I've got a 6-year-old with eczema all over his face, all over his arms, legs, back, everywhere. He uses these ones because they are so gentle.
Okay.
So I use them on my eyes. He uses them on his skin. The 3-year-old uses them on his skin. They're fantastic.
Good to hear. Yeah. £1.90 was it?
£1.90. And then, of course, if I come down, I don't know if we can see, they are cruelty-free, vegan, made in the UK, no artificial anything.
Oh, loving it. Loving it. I really am. Okay. Cruelty-free as well. So a lot of people don't know this, I suppose, that a lot of products are tested on animals, aren't they? Is that where you're going with the cruelty? Yeah.
So nothing in this shop is tested on animals. The ingredients are not tested on animals, and they also don't have any animal products in. Everything in here, except for the chicken, is 100% vegan. And so there's just no animal products, which we're not trying to exclude non-vegans, but it's just nice as a vegan to be able to walk into a shop and say, I can eat all the snacks. I can eat the sweets. I can eat the chocolates. There's no milk in it.
Do you know what? If I came in that shop and saw those sweets, I got to admit they look pretty good from what I saw on the Facebook page. They're just, I love my sour sweets, and they just, I'd have to see it. I'd be like a kid in a sweet shop with that.
The chocolates are also amazing. So this one's my favourite, but they are amazing. Yeah.
Are they all? Yeah, they are amazing. Okay. Yeah. You know, I'm a meat eater. And I do. You know, it's a bit like really vegan stuff. But actually, things are changing. I've got a few friends, and only a couple. Don't know that many people. But seriously, things are changing, aren't they? There's a lot of diversity out there now for vegan products as well as vegetarian products and stuff like that. It's not just veg as people used to only get.
No.
So
I mean, we eat ice cream, we eat sweets, we have burgers and hot dogs, and they just don't have any meat in them. They've just animal product free.
Okay, and again, that's what your shop. We have over there soaps or something, don't you? Just over there, you just gone past. Let's go back.
Where are we looking?
The big containers right behind you there. What's in those? No.
What are we looking at?
Go to the back. To the back.
Where are we going?
Keep going.
This way? Oh,
Annika Rice. Here we go.
This one.
There we go.
I did say I'd be a mess at this. So
look, this is I thank you so much. You're the first one on the lockdown show, which is great. Again, wanted to show people exactly what you do there and what you have, and that you're there. And I'm loving everything that you do. And I saw them, and I'm a bit like, oh, what's that? So
yeah,
you're doing great. Don't worry.
These are liquid refills. So we've got, I don't know if I can show you properly because the camera's not liking me. Hand sanitizer, that's a must. Obviously there's regulations on selling that, so I have to give people a little leaflet with all the ingredients in.
Oh, okay.
But then we've also got body wash, obviously hand sanitizer, hand soap.
Can I just stop there?
Hand soap.
Just quickly, you have to give them a leaflet.
So we have little sheets of paper, and they have ingredients on.
Oh, okay.
So they have to be given ingredients.
Oh, what was that?
I'm dropping things. These stop the drips. They stop the things from dripping everywhere.
Yeah. A bit like they have in the bar, don't they? Where they put it underneath the taps. Sort of
yeah.
So you have to have. So is that something that they could probably scan and have electronically rather than using up a piece of paper?
I mean,
or is it the law?
I tend to push people to take a picture of the bottle, so that they take a picture of them rather than having to give them a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I don't actually give many of these out, so I've only actually got 3 in here. Okay. But
that's a good idea. Just take a picture. You don't need a piece of paper. I'm trying to get people not to. I mean, I've got pen and paper, but I rip stuff that I've printed that I had to do, and then I use that as scrap, and then I put that in the recycle bin. But trying to get people away from, just wasting material, it is quite hard. So, yeah. Sorry, my mic's just moved a bit there. But yeah. So okay. So we've got loads of hand sanitizers. Soap. What else have you got in there?
So we've got shampoo, conditioner, more shampoo, conditioner, and then my favourites. These sell really well. So we've got the fabric conditioner, which is Eco Leaf, who are very environmentally friendly, and they're also as natural as they can be. Yeah. More Eco Leaf laundry liquids and washing up liquids, and then we've got the toilet cleaner as well down here.
Right. Okay.
And this, you can bring in a jar, you can bring in a pot, whatever you've got, but you can bring in your old fabric conditioner bottle, laundry liquid bottle, literally just have me refill it. I do it because it's messy, and then pay for what you've put in the bottle. You're not paying for the weight of the bottle. You're not paying for a new bottle. You're not buying more plastic. Yeah. And it works out either the same price or slightly cheaper depending on what product you're buying.
Even if it was a little bit more expensive, I'm not being funny, you're saving a lot. I mean, do you know how much plastic, here we go, do you know how much plastic is actually recycled, or actually how much goes to landfill? Now, it's on your Facebook page.
This is on my Facebook page.
It's one of the questions later, people, but I won't tell you that. I can tell you it's over 50% goes to landfill. That's given a little bit of an answer. Right. Carol's wrote a couple of things. She says, this one goes back to me saying about I didn't have breakfast. Probably got up 10 minutes before going live. No, Carol, I didn't do that. And no time for breakfast, apostrophe. And also she's put, so you'll come down. She says it sounds brilliant, the store does. So again, looks like I got a new admirer. Well, 2 at least. So tell me, how has COVID? I mean, it's done you some favors in one way. In a really weird way of saying things. I mean, as a business owner, we're all affected by it one way. I mean, some will make out of it, some won't, and some are just tick by as usual. I mean, I had to pivot, come up with more of the shows, interview MPs, Aylesbury Mayor, and now obviously do the lockdown show. So hopefully promoting your business as well as promoting ourselves and on stuff that we do. But how much of an impact has this had? I mean, especially the lockdown. I mean, the first time around, it allowed you to open up your store, which, by the way, looks fantastic. I'm loving it. I really am loving it, and what you're doing there. So, yeah, what could you add to that about the effects of this COVID on your business?
Like we say, the first lockdown did us so many favors because we had queues out the street waiting to come and get flour, and that was fantastic. We got loads of people that wouldn't normally shop like this in to shop with us. But then the second lockdown hasn't been quite as productive for us. So we're obviously looking at expanding and getting more products in for Christmas and, seeing if we can grow. But then this second lockdown hit, and all of a sudden we are seeing maybe 10% of the customers that we had been seeing before.
Right. Okay. So you've had a drop. Is this because the major stores are open and they've got products in and people are going back to the major supermarket?
I don't know. So a few days before lockdown, we had a queue out the door. We've always had a queue out the door. And then the announcement came. We had a few really bad days, and now it's just sort of up and down. So today we're very quiet. Usually I wouldn't get away with doing this because I'd just have a queue of people, one in, one out, just over and over again all day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because people, they have to stay at home. You can only go out once a day to do your walks and whatnot. Shopping, you have to limit it to as little as physically possible.
Yeah, you can go out as many times as you want for physical exercise. So if you're walking by the Eco Store, why not pop in? There you go. You see, a nice little bit of exercise. Do a bit for the environment. Fill up all your containers. I mean, that could be quite heavy carrying it back though. But do you do a delivery service? Is that something that you can do, or click or collect?
I mean, as we've discussed, I work every hour that I physically can. I don't think I can fit delivery in there as well.
Okay.
I mean, the reason that we haven't offered delivery before is because we've actually been without a car for quite a few months now. And so I was riding the bike to the shop every day, riding it to the school runs, riding it to the shop, riding it back to school again with a chicken on my back. But it's just not, I mean, one, obviously, lack of car, you can't deliver. And two, it's so much time that I don't think we've got that time to do it.
What about click and collect then? Because obviously, if people are worried about obviously getting infected and stuff, I mean, numbers are going up. Obviously, deaths are unfortunately going up as well. It's not so much, as I say, the cases, it's the deaths that we really need to look at. And so if they did add a click and collect, then there may be, for your business, at least that way, they don't have to come in the shop and you can just load it in. I mean, like Chiltern Brewery during the last lockdown did a drive-through service that MP Greg Smith used, and he alerted me to, which I was like, drive-through beer? That beats McDonald's any day. So maybe that's something that you can do. They just pull up and then you just put it in. Maybe that's something you might want to consider from a,
I think I can. I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't literally start that from today. I have had people in the past message to say, can you get this ready for me? That's not a problem. I can do that. So there's no reason why people can't message and give me a whole list of things and I will fill it for them. So I think I'll just advertise that later today.
There we go. And maybe, I don't know if you want to look at, is maybe having your own containers, which will obviously advertise. Look at me giving business advice. Hey, how's this? Maybe having your own containers that people obviously, they obviously take away, but they can obviously, they will purchase, I suppose. But also when they refill, for instance, come back again, then they, it's just like a swap. I mean, you have to clean them, obviously, because of COVID and obviously for safety's sake. But maybe that's something that you could also do, because also people have that product in their house. It's also advertising to other people. Eco Store. There you go.
We deliberately didn't do that.
Why was that?
So my thought was that if we have jars to sell, then people are going to buy our jars to fill with their foods. Whereas what we really want is we want them to bring their old pasta sauce jars in. We want them to bring their butter tubs, their cereal bags. We want them to fill all of that stuff and then use stuff that they've already got at home. And so we've also got a basket where you can come and donate containers, so jars, tubs, whatever. If you can fit food in it, we will take it. And then other customers will take it, use it, take it home, bring it back again.
Okay.
So the idea is not to make people buy something new. Yeah,
no, I understand that. But I mean, from a recycling point of view, and also for ease of use for you and the customer, because, let's be fair, some people just want to literally turn up, hit load, and then they go off. And especially if they're scared and they're high risk and stuff like that. So what I mean by it is if they have this sort of, your product, your container, then you can have that already. So imagine they were booked in for, 1 p.m. That's already, you just take it out, put it in their vehicle, and you take back the ones that they had previously, and you can just rotate that way. That was all I was thinking. I mean, else they'd have to turn up for the click and collect. You then go to the car, take out all their bottles and whatever, take time filling it up, and then, it's a little bit, I'm just thinking of the logical side. I'm trying to help you out there.
We have brown paper bags, if I move you quick.
Yeah.
Underneath our, where is it? So over here we have our scales and our weighing area. And then underneath the area where you're weighing everything, there are brown paper bags.
Yeah.
So you can just grab one of those, fill one of those. That's fine for people maybe that have come in that didn't know they need to bring their jars.
Okay, I see.
Well, that's
no good for soap, though, is it?
Sorry?
It's no good for soap, though, is it?
Not for the liquids, no. That's why we've got the donated containers.
So just playing. Now, there's a thing that you're offering, which I'll let you obviously talk about, which is something really, really amazing.
I mean, I hope it can be. So we have, because of the second lockdown, I have seen a lot of people that were working that have lost their jobs, that then worked their ass off and got another job, only to have that taken away by COVID again. And so there are a lot of people that are in this weird situation where they've not got anything, and they've not had this problem before, or there's people that have always been hard done by that are now 10 times worse. And so we want for those people to come in and shop like a normal customer. So come in, do their weighing, fill their own jars up and things, and then just not pay for it. And so we want to give people a free, normal shopping experience. So if they're struggling, but we're having an issue at the minute getting the word out. So I've contacted local schools, the Fairford Leeds Church, because they're the local one to us, and the food bank and the vineyards. And so we just need to get people in. I've got everything ready. I just want people in.
This, I mean, it's truly amazing that you're doing that. I mean, hats off. It's, I mean, that comes at a financial cost to yourself, and all the hard work that you do, but you are trying to do good for the community, good for humankind, and doing that. I mean, is there anything they got to prove? Because we don't want people abusing that facility. Yeah.
So that's why, rather than putting a big ad on, Aylesbury Mums or whatever on Facebook, that's why I've gone directly to the schools and directly to the food bank, to the church. I have obviously put a post on our page so that if anybody knows anybody, they can send them our way.
Right.
But if we go through all of the official sources, so the food bank and the vineyard, etc., we will get those who actually genuinely need it.
Okay. But so if somebody walks in, what do? They come up to you first and say, look, I'm hard, and I saw this thing, and
I want it to be as humanizing as physically possible. So with places like the vineyard, the church, the schools, we've brought in pasta sauce jars, because obviously we've got pasta, we've got rice, we've got all of this food, but no sauce to go with it. So we have physically bought pasta sauce jars. And if the school sends somebody over here to shop, they will tell me that they've come in for the pasta sauce. And so I will say, go for it, do your shopping, buy what you need to buy. And then I'll give them a pasta sauce or however many to go with their meals. And that's it. They're not, I'm going to add it all up on the till. I'm going to let them weigh it out like they normally would do. I'm just not going to take any money at the end.
I mean, heart goes out to you. That's truly amazing.
Get some people in here.
Yeah, well, Carol's just put on here, or the welfare team will be very interested for the needy. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
I know Carol.
Spread the word.
She knows a lot of people, and she works in mysterious ways. So, yeah, I'm sure she'll put the word out there for you as well. So, I mean, are you going to limit that at some point? Is it something that you're just going to do during lockdown, or are you going to continue that on? I mean, that could be a big financial burden on yourselves. Yeah. But
I mean, at the minute, I've put it out as a lockdown thing, but who knows what happens after this lockdown? And at the end of the day, I don't take a wage from this, so we're not exactly well off by doing this. But we can still put food on our plates. We can still buy our kids new shoes. We can do what we need to do. There are people out there that maybe haven't ever been in that situation before, that now are going hungry so that their kids can have breakfast or so their kids can have dinner. And I don't want that. And at this point, I don't care what the detriment to me is, as long as somebody else can eat.
Truly, I
just want people in.
I just don't know what to say. For once, I'm lost for words. I really am. It's truly. It would be nice to see a lot more people doing that and helping the way. I mean, I know the big stores give stuff to food banks and stuff, but they usually ask people to donate, and then they take it down, obviously, or the food company or whatever pick it up and pass it on. But what you're doing is truly amazing, especially.
I've got a customer. I need to find my mask. I've got a customer coming.
I'll tell you what, I'll do it if you want while you deal with your customer. I'll quickly do a little bit of of my quiz if you want, and then come back to you. Is that okay?
Go for it, absolutely. I'm desperately trying to find my mask before she walks in here, and I don't know what I've done with it.
All right, we'll be back with you in a mo. Okay.
Amazing, thank you very much.
Well, Deanna. There you go, Deanna on the Eco Shop or Eco Stores Aylesbury. Just quickly show the wonders of their Facebook page. Let's bring that up. There we go. So, wonderful message popping up. So what we got here, if you look down on their website, sorry, on their Facebook page, there's a lot of information. Their hours that they're open, obviously gives you some pictures on there in regards to what special things they got going on. And obviously the chicken does show up. And there's the lovely family there themselves. And also let's have a look. As you can see, there's their Community Proud of Bucks Award. And then there's stuff. I mean, there's loads of information on it. I can't recommend it enough. Get on their Facebook page and see what there is. Ask them the questions. Obviously, like you see at Aylesbury Eco Stores, they have, questions there. You can ask stuff about. So, without further ado, as well, I know some of you would like to do this quiz. So, let's see what we can do. Carol, you've just put the trust have got a community fund that could possibly give a donation. That's really nice of you, Carol. I think you mean the Aylesbury, was it VAR or whatever? I would like to make a donation if possible as well, Carol. I think that's really nice of you, Carol. And if anybody else out there or any businesses can as well, that'd be truly amazing. We'll come back to the Eco Store in a minute. So without further ado, I've been working hard on this, and hopefully this will all go okay. Now, I'm going to keep the quiz open until about midnight tonight. I was thinking about 12 o'clock, so let me know, midday tomorrow. But I'm thinking, you have a little bit of time. The quiz will just continue on. All the questions will come through. And then what we'll do is at the end of the lockdown, we'll see who answers all the questions or got the most questions right. So, without further ado, I've done a little title sequence. Let's just throw that in there. Wow, how cool was that? Really good. Right, so question time. So let's have a look. So first question we got coming up. Let's just make sure I've got to move a few things around on the old system so that we can see what we're doing. As always, I try my best to do this. We use two different times broadcasting system, and this is one of our. There we go. Question one. There we go. What does FBL stand for? So option one. Oh, first is that you kind of need to fill in the form. Now, let's just bring that up for you. I'm going to put in the comments. Have a look in the comments, and there'll be a little link to the form. If you click on that link, there we go. It should be popping up any minute now. I suppose first things what we really should do is just talk you through how to fill in the form. So it's quite easy. We need your email address. Now, don't share your email address, please, or have two people on it, because that's the only way I can break down on how, who's answering what questions. So let me just quickly just do another thing. There we go. This is what the form will look like. If you click on it, it's just the FBL Lockdown Show Quiz, 11th of November. We ask for your email address. Again, we need that to be able to distinguish who's got what scores. Do you want to be on a newsletter? We'd like to keep your information, if you don't mind, your email address, so that we can send you out what FBL is doing, and also open up, communication between the two of us. Tell you what services that we provide as well. And if I just scroll down, now we will have in here now. Obviously, your first name, your last name, and your nickname. Nickname's quite cool because obviously we'd like to bring you on if you're leading, and for obvious reasons. It's nice if you have a really cool nickname. Nothing rude, please, because it will be going on our live stream. So we've got all the questions here. All you've got to do, for instance, is click. The question, what does FBL stand for? Now, I'm not going to tell the answer. Obviously, you need to look it up. But let's just say it was for blagging live. People say I do a lot of blagging. There you go. So it could be that. Just tick tick, 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 tick. And then at the end of it, literally submit. And what we'll do, that the page will only be open, the score sheet, shall we say, will only be available, like I say, until about midnight tonight. So do click on the comments below, in the comments, and start filling it in. So question 1, what was it? There we go, is what does FBL stand for? Now, the only thing about this software that I am currently using is it's not as good as my other software, but this software is better for when we're interviewing people. There we go. Right. So what does FBL stand for? Option 1 for Black and Live. Option 2, Far Broadcasting Live. Option 3, Full Broadcasting Live. Or Option 4, Favorite Broadcasting Level. Again, check out our Facebook page. Like us, follow us. Also give us a like on the show today. You can find us on Twitter, FBL Martin. You can find us on it's Instagram. Twitter is just FBL Broadcasting. Instagram's FBL Martin. And obviously Facebook and YouTube. So question 2. Ready for question 2? Where does FBL mostly live stream to? Little hint. You're on it now. There we go. Hope that was all good. Question 3 is what animal features most on Eco Shop's Facebook page? Get that? What animal features most on Eco Shop's Facebook page? Remember to talk about that a little bit earlier. All these questions are worth 1 point, by the way, at the moment. Question 4 is what road is Aylesbury Eco Stores on? Option 1, Wendover Road. Option 2, Ravens Lane. Option 3, Edison Road. Or Option 4, Buckingham Road. Now, that is a trick question, that one, just to let you know. Bit sneaky, but let's see if you get that right. Again, wait till the end. Still got another couple more questions, but hopefully you'll stay tuned. Now, do remember, if you can and you want to join us, or if you've got a business or volunteer group or charity you want to bring onto the show, do let us know. Do reach out to us and we'll bring you on. Now, it does still look like the Eco Store seems to be dealing with their customers still. So why don't we do another question? Now, this is going to be a hard one for everybody, I believe. Plastics take 500 to 1,000 years to degrade, but what percentage is sent to landfill? Now, this is all according to Eco Store's Facebook page, and this is worth 2 points. This is a bonus one because, to be fair, you're going to have to scroll through quite a bit of the way down on their Facebook page to see the answer to this. It is on there. You'll see it. It's actually based on a picture. But option 1 is 50%. Option 2 is 69. Option 3 is 79. And option 4 is 89. So plastics take 500 to 1,000 years to degrade, but what percentage is sent to landfill? Now, so that was the quiz time. We've got one more question coming up a little bit later, and we might not even display it on the screen so that you obviously keep watching, as they say. But we hope questions aren't that too hard for you, and you find it okay. But they will be getting harder later, people. They will be, because this is just to get you into it. Let's get you started. Let's get you used to filling in the form, submitting it, and then me collating that information and put it up. We put a little scoreboard up, maybe the top 10 people. I mean, obviously, it's going to be quite, I think those questions are going to be quite easy to start with, and the leaderboard is going to be quite jam-packed with people on the same amount of points to start with. But as we get further on, things will get harder, maybe more questions as well. But hopefully, you'll be able to tune in and watch all of those. Right, so let's quickly do a little update if we can, if you don't mind. As always, because this is the lockdown show. Now, I've got to admit, how many of you parents out there are actually using this time to, let's just say, increase the family business, so to speak? So this is parental lockdown. Spoke to the mayor last week. Do obviously check out our YouTube page and Facebook and everything. Loads of information on there of shows that we're doing. I was saying to the mayor last week or a couple of weeks ago, was trying to make him laugh, and I was going, it's a little bit of, parent time now. Kids go to school at 9 o'clock. after 9 o'clock, maybe an hour. Lockdown is happening. I think Deanna is ready to come back on in a minute. So we've got you've got time now to have some quality time together as parents, or maybe you're not parents at the moment, but will be later. But do let us know if you're definitely enjoying this lockdown because of that. So let's just quickly check out the unfortunate numbers that are helping out. Well, that has happened. Just give me 1 second while I bring this up. It's one of those things where I don't like to obviously go over it, but it's just a highlight to us and do my bit of good. Total cases now are at 49,770. Latest daily figures, that's a 14-day trend, is 532. Total cases 1.2 million, and latest daily figures is 20,412 new cases. How many cases in the area of Buckinghamshire? We've got 143 cases per 100,000 people. 427 coronavirus-related deaths registered to the 30th of October. So I'm sorry to hear that one. But as you can see here, the trend is going up, which is unfortunate. But let me know how you're feeling and how you're getting on dealing with this lockdown, because it's quite one of those things where, you know, it's why I'm going to do the show Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 12 o'clock to 2 p.m. Allow us to obviously talk about things, tell us how it's affecting you. And I think Deanna is really nearly ready. She's cleaning up a little bit there. Here she is. So let's quickly go back to the Eco Stores shop in Aylesbury.
Hello.
You're doing a bit of cleaning. So this is what you do after you have a customer, isn't it?
Yes. So we have had the same COVID cleaning measures since day one of opening.
Right.
And they're not it's not a little list of cleaning measures.
It's
so
not.
Of course, no. So that lady's just come in. She's not a self-server, so I serve for her. Okay. But she's picked up all of the jars that she wants, put them on the side, and then I've served her. But because she's touched them, I now sanitize everything. So everything, all the buttons, all the scoops. I mean, we've got scoops to scoop the food. They all get sanitized. The side gets sanitized. Anything that anybody's touched is sanitized. Okay. And that's constant.
So what do people do? Do they have to book a slot to come to the store at the moment?
No, we tried that initially with the flour. We were doing 10-minute time slots because there were so many people that we just had to. We didn't have a choice. But now you just walk in. So if there is another household or bubble in the shop, we do ask that you wait outside. But if it's raining, we've got the hallway. You can wait in the hallway. But there's usually, on a busy day, we can maybe have 3 people waiting outside. But it's never really more than that. And it's never a big deal.
Wow, you never know. Once this gets out there, I think you might, you could have like 10,000 people waiting out there, You have to have security.
But we won't relax our cleaning measures. So I will still do all of this sanitizing. I will still make sure that the place is clean before somebody else comes in. I'm distancing, which means that I'm not crossing people. I'm not getting in their way. Okay. So it's worth it, though. It's a lot, but it's worth it.
It is. It's sort of the safety's sake, isn't it? Like I said, I just went through the numbers of what we've had in the nationwide as well as in Buckinghamshire. Numbers are up and the trend's going up, but it's just one of those measures you have to as a business, isn't it? To just start yourself from, to comply with regulation. Is that correct? Best way to say it?
I mean, I did this sort of all off my own back. So, I mean, being a food shop, I always wanted to be clean anyway. But because we opened in COVID, I decided, right, I'm sanitizing everything that everyone has touched. Like Tesco's don't do that. Morrison's don't do that. Nowhere else does that. But I just want this to be safe.
That's a very good point. Very good point. Actually, that's something that you don't get in these big stores. No. But you are getting it there, and so it's not really a requirement by law then. This is just something that you're doing to make sure people are actually safe. Oh, that's really good. So as well as I don't want a single coronavirus germ in my shop.
And as far as I'm aware, we haven't had anyone with symptoms. Obviously, if we have, everything has been clean, so that's not even an issue.
You have the track and trace logo thing, don't you, on your...
We do. We've got one on the outside and one on the inside as well.
So people can scan up if they want to be part of track and trace. What's your thought on the vaccination side of things that the government released? Was it yesterday, day before?
Oh, normally with any normal vaccination, I'm straight on it. Let's go for it. Get all the vaccinations done. Protect everyone. I'm slightly hesitant with this one because it's come about so quickly. I mean, I'm all for it, as in, if everyone's getting it, I will get it. But I'm just, it's all been done so quickly. Everything has been really rushed. And so I'm not
but
sure.
there's new legislation that's been pushed through that allows the government or these companies to obviously push out their products without the necessary protocols being put. I wouldn't say necessary protocols, but not the amount of time for testing. Now, there's something I always promote, which is Centre, which I've been doing since March, and it's 20-minute cure for COVID. It's a therapeutic antibody, a bit like what Regeneron did, but I was promoting this back in 6 months ago for Jacob Glanville, Distributed Bio CEO. Jacob Glanville creates this, obviously, and his team at Centrevax, and it's, works in 20 minutes, but it's a private company. It's not owned by, obviously, it's not on the stock market where Regeneron is. Just find it really interesting that none of the government, and they've done their tests. They've gone through. It's 97% effective against COVID, and then they've now gone ahead with this delivery. Oh, that's what I had earlier. Someone's trying for a big thing shuffling the door. Do you need to go again, or
no? I've just thumbs him up. That's it.
Oh,
He's done.
So yeah, so Centrevax is something that I was trying to promote, and I'm actually spoke to or communicated with Jacob Glanville, just saying, can we buy it privately then? If the government's not gonna even acknowledge, because I think there's a little bit of money things going on here with stock markets and all these wonderful big pharmaceuticals. So go check out the channel, have a look. 20-minute cure for COVID. Do look at it. It's one of those things. But interesting that you said that. I mean, it's only going to be available to the old people to start with.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying anyway. To that's sort of criteria. People with underlying conditions next, especially going out into the care homes. But it's interesting that you're happy with all vaccinations except for this one because you don't think it's had enough trial time.
I mean, if everyone else is getting it, then I will follow suit and I will get it as well because it's necessary. I mean, we need to get back to normal. We need to not McDonald's sprawled all across the roads and Costa coffee cups everywhere. But we need to get back to small businesses being able to open, kids being able to go to school and to their grandparents, and people being able to see their mums. Like, whatever it takes to get back there, I'll do it.
Yeah, but again, vaccinations, it's an interesting one. To me personally, I don't think only 1% of the population is affected to the degree of going into hospital. So you're asking 99% of the population to vaccinate. And it's a bit like, whenever you inject yourself with anything, no matter what vaccination it is, I mean, being a vegan, you might want to check to see actually what's in some vaccines, because I think you'd be quite surprised what's in there, and it might go against your principles, so to speak. But again, there is that way up, isn't there? Like, for instance, the polio, tuberculosis. Sometimes you've got to think, well, actually, I don't want to get that, and I can do it. But this virus, am I going to be affected by it? Again, Jacob Glanville, Centrevax. The reason I've asked him to look into and speak to the British government, I spoke to MP Greg Smith pursuing this 6 months ago, is the reason I said about it privately, because it's literally $100 for the vaccine. Things at times are tight, but seriously, I would pay that $100 to have that. If I was in hospital and they were like, oh no, there's nothing we can do, I'd be like, I want that. Just give me that drug. I'll take that. I don't, $100, and they've tested it. They've done the gerbil test. No, something else anyway. But yeah, it's just, I know it's tested on animals, unfortunately. But it's still been done under US military inspection and blah, blah, blah. But very interesting that you've come up with that. What else from a business point of view are you seeing with COVID?
I mean, we've never really experienced business without COVID. Yeah. So we don't know what normal is. We don't know what the normal monthly schedule is to have good months and bad months and whatever. At the minute, we're just going day by day. What are the new regulations? Are people going to want to come out of their house today? And the weather affects us, and obviously every new little announcement affects us because people are more careful for a few days. But I don't really know. I think we're just pushing through it. COVID is what it is. Lockdown is no different to us because we both have worked all through both lockdowns. And so it's just the only thing that affects us is whether other people are leaving their houses or not.
Right, okay. Well, and coming to you to obviously purchase what they need.
Yeah. Well, that's a hard question because we haven't experienced owning the business without COVID.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a good point. It's a very good point, actually. Yeah. So everything will get easier in one respect, won't it? Because obviously, if you're in at the deep end, and then all of a sudden you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, restrictions are lifted. Excellent. I don't have to continue cleaning, and there's a vaccination.
Oh, I think I will.
No, yeah,
I can't see me ever stopping because it's just a habit now. Everything gets sanitized.
But what happens if you've got 30 people in your shop?
We're not big enough to have 30 people in our shop. Really? Have you seen the size of our shop?
Right, there's the test. There we go. Buckinghamshire test is. We want 30 people in that shop. Oh no, but we can't until after COVID. This is anyway.
You cannot social distance. It's just why I only do one household or bubble in at a time. Yeah. So obviously that one household gets the entire shop, which it's not much. It's small, but they get that all to themselves without worrying that somebody else is in their space, in their way. They're not crossing people. We're being safe.
I mean, speaking to MP Greg Smith and Aylesbury Mayor, literally regarding people, going the wrong way, in the big supermarkets, just people leaning over you. You're like, look, I'm wearing a mask. This is before it was compulsory to wear a mask. I even created a video of, how to create your own mask. Because I was saying to people, wear a mask, because the mask isn't about necessarily stopping you from getting it, it's actually stopping you from spreading it. And I explained it to a couple of people, but I had people just leaning over me. I mean, literally, I'm like, look, I know you're not wearing a mask, mate, but at least if I'm wearing a mask and gloves, what are you doing? That's a bit rude. Yeah. But we've got a little message box. Frog71 just said, proud mummy just worked out how to comment. Oh, there you go. Well done, message box. Do you know who that person is?
Yeah, that would be the proud mummy who is very proud of her daughter for opening and successfully running an eco business that still buys plastic bottles.
Oh, is that your mum? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is my mum.
So she still buys.
She's not as on board as she needs to be.
Oh, come on, message box.
Yeah.
But then again, is it something that happens in the family that you keep, pushing people in the family to say like, come on, stop, using plastic?
Yeah, so I am very much, this is my life now. I am zero waste. I don't want you to buy me presents because it's wasteful. If I buy you a present now, it's going to be a zero waste product. And anytime I see her with a plastic bottle in her hand, I just stop it. Go and buy a metal water bottle. Take it everywhere. Refill it. Buy a glass water bottle. Buy a travel coffee mug. There is no need to go out and buy single-use products anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I use a reusable mug when I go to my son's football games, for instance. This is before they stop the coffee. Because working with Ed Gemmell, working on the non-disposable cup day. I mean, I think it's 75 million disposable cups, and only like a fraction of them are recycled. It's just it's just into landfill. And after spending those hours, working with him and trying to obviously promote, and Boris Johnson then aid coming along and ripping the disposable. I mean, that was a big moment. I mean, seeing that was like, you know, the age of no disposable cups. It's just like, okay, that's obviously got quite far up there. And, you know, hats off to again. I mean, he stood for election in Wickham seat. He wasn't successfully, didn't gain that, but he did actually change a lot of the candidates about being a little bit better to the environment. That they changed some of their views, and it was interesting to watch. I mean, as part of what FBL does, obviously, like say, shining a light on your business, but I also live broadcast The Count. So I believe in democracy. I believe in everybody being able to have their say, especially if they're standing up, paying to be a candidate. And I spoke to a guy in Milton Keynes, and he was very like, you know, I'm not getting anything from the media, you know, but Labour and Conservatives are. And I was like, look, if you want to come on and we'll put you on the show. And he was really thankful, but just showing these things. But Ed, what he did and changed their minds, I was really amazed about. Your mum says, by the way, I'm working on it, waiting for Christmas. I feel like I'm like a family negotiator now. You know that, don't you? So
yeah. I mean, we already told you earlier what my stepdad's getting for Christmas, which is his safety razor.
Yeah.
My mum is getting
£20.99, £1.99 for the refills.
Yeah.
I was listening.
She knows what she's getting. She knows she wants a glass reusable water bottle.
Okay.
Because I am forever nagging her for it. So, of course, she's getting that. But she'll also get a load of stuff from the shop that hopefully, because I've tested it and I love it, hopefully she will then love enough to switch as well and then stop buying plastic. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
It is a hard thing. Gotta admit. When life is so hectic, and the recycle side of things, like I've got a plastic, I'll just throw it in the recycle bin.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I'm doing my bit for the environment. So is that what you're saying, message box? Is that why she's buying it? Let's see if she comes back with that.
I mean, she does have a pretty impressive job. So she is running around.
Sorry, just going a bit of coffee. Sorry.
So she is running around all day. She's got the school runs to do. She goes to work. She does everything she needs to do. And it is easy to just go and pick up a bottle of Coke when you're out and about driving all day. But if you've already got a reusable bottle and you've already got, you know, your produce bags and whatnot, it's so much easier to just think, no, I'm not buying a bottle of Coke. No, I'm not buying a bottle of water. I'll just bring it from home, or I'll just find somewhere to refill my water bottle. And it's once you're in there, it's easy just getting there in the first place.
Well, again, you know, like I say about the reusable cup that I use in my camper van. I mean, it's great because, you know, if I go to Costa or somewhere, you know, I take that. You get a discount as well for using that. It's obviously cheaper, but also at the football. I mean, I look at the amount of cups that are used for the coffee, and I'm just like, seriously. And I do bang on to people. You know, again, look, I drive a camper van. People say, you drive a camper van. There's no way you can protect. Well, I can. It's an old one. It was given to me. It also works as a mobile studio. So, you know, and I've done it up, and, you know, she's not been wasted, and she's lovely. But I'm still doing my bit for the environment. I'm still trying to not just use something and just throw it away. So I do find it really, you know, do think, people out there. Let us know in the comments. You know, do you use a reusable device, or do you just throw? Actually, you're not going to put it in the rubbish. I put it in the rubbish. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a crusade. How long have you been on this crusade for to be zero waste?
I mean, we kind of ramped it up just over a year ago. So, I mean, we've been quite careful for quite a while now, but just over a year ago, we really ramped it up. That's when we went vegan, we went zero waste fully, and we've committed to clearing the house out now. So we've now got a fully zero waste bathroom, and the rest of the rooms in the house are very slowly following through.
Okay.
But once you're in that mindset of, I'm not going to throw anything away because I can reuse it. And then you're just, you know, you've got the reusable cups, you've got the reusable makeup pads and everything. You don't think about it. It's so easy to just think, I'm not going to buy that whatever it is, because I don't need it. Everything I've got, you know, I can reuse and I can make into something else, and I can use that instead of buying something new. It takes time.
Do you know what, that makeup remover, that is just like, wow, that is just brilliant. I love that. And obviously you've got your soap as well that you can do. I mean that is something. I mean, you know, take it off, you throw it away, but that is obviously reusable. You throw it in the washing machine, and it is. I mean, I didn't think they were out there. You know, you've opened my mind. I'm learning as I go. You know, Ed will be proud of me as well. Your mum's writing a few more comments. But I'm cutting massively, and I'm reusing plastic bottles. I had an awful experience with the shampoo and conditioner bars, so it was put off.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I will comment on that one. So shampoo and conditioner bars, we sell Kind bars, which it's just obviously a bar of soap. You rub it onto your hands, wash your hair, wash it out like normal. Same with the conditioner, rub it on your hair, wash it out like normal. The Kind bars that we stock are absolutely fantastic. There's no transition period. So from the first wash, it feels like you're just using a regular bottle product. But the one that my mum bought was not a good brand, and it left her hair sticky and greasy and up on end.
Do you have a picture? Can we have a picture of that?
I mean, she gave them to me, and so I tried them myself, and I also tried them on my 3-year-old. And somewhere on that Facebook page, there is a picture of his hair up on end because of these bars.
Right.
And so that's my whole persevere thing. She bought bars, they weren't good, but we did that, and we went through about 6 different brands of shampoo bars before we found Kind. And so we persevered, and then we found one that we absolutely loved, and now I wouldn't stock anything else.
Now Kind, I think I saw on your site on Facebook page, they don't really, you really buy direct from them, but you'll be able to become a reseller from them, haven't you?
Yeah. So when I contacted them, it was February, and they had actually only begun trading back in December 2019. I think I kind of pestered until they said, oh, okay, we'll do wholesale. And then obviously we became one of their stockists, but they weren't at that point, but I couldn't stock anything else.
Right, okay. Oh, I see. But no, well done on that. Perseverance, as always.
Yeah. I mean, it's persevering through the bad products, because not everything is going to work first time, and then some of them, they feel different or they work differently, and you kind of just have to get over it, and then you end up loving all of these products because they do work. You just have to get used to it. It's different.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, we're talking about this shampoo and conditioner, so you're saying it's like a bar of soap. Is that what you're saying? So obviously you lather yourself up, put it aside, put it through your hair, then rinse it out.
That's it. And then, of course, for every 1 bar you're buying, it's £6, which is about 50 washes, which will save you 2 plastic bottles.
Right.
2 plastic bottles per bar. And I think I must have gone through at least 10 of the Kind shampoo and conditioner bars now. 20 plastic bottles. That easy.
Again, it's amazing. When you put it like that, 2 plastic bottles, I mean, what are we talking, those little thin ones or those big fat ones?
I think the very standard 500ml bottles of shampoo.
Okay, all right then.
So I mean, that's it.
I mean, look, it's an interesting one. Well, if you're having this little argument with somebody, they can say, well, it's a bottle and it's recycled. I just put it in the recycle bin, so it doesn't matter. But obviously, it takes energy to recycle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you look at that side, and that's if it is properly recycled. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go as well.
Go on. What else?
How many of our carrier bags have been found in multiple different countries around the world? How many crisp packets? How many shampoo bottles and milk cartons? They all end up in other countries. And those that are recycled, they still have a carbon footprint because of the whole recycling process, rebranding, repacking, redistributing. This is the answer, is you buy your bottle of shampoo, and then you come and refill it, and you come and refill it 100 times until the plastic has worn through. And at that point you can, you know, recycle it, knowing that you've got its lifespan out of it.
No, I see what you mean. It's a very good point. Yeah, I mean, if you compared to the single use that you're doing with the plastic, you know, like say if you've got 100 or even 200 out, I mean that literally is, you know, using the best, and also reduces obviously landfill and obviously the energy and carbon footprint. Your mum just put, I even wrap presents in recycled paper. Laugh at that. Oh, what's this? What?
It was Liam's birthday last month, and she thought it was funny, but actually we both really appreciated the fact that she wrapped his birthday present. One of them was in a box that I had given her, and then the other one was in I don't know what it was, like an advertisement booklet that she'd got through the post. And so it was just old junk mail, and she'd wrapped his present in junk mail.
That's a clever idea.
Yeah. We both thought it was fantastic. She thought it was funny. It was fantastic.
No, I mean, there's something I do now is I don't buy cards. It's not because I'm cheap, because I literally can spend like a good 2 hours looking at cards. I actually make them myself now. I print them myself.
Perfect.
I look through photos. Also, my handwriting is horrendous, so I do it on a computer now, so I don't have to. so people can actually read what I write. So, but to me, you know, I'm not being cheap. Some people might say you are, but I can put a lot more. There's a lot more thought goes. It takes a lot longer actually than.
Oh gosh,
you know, fair enough. I could stand in a shop and just be looking at all these cards, going, "Oh, maybe that one. Oh, maybe that one." But actually, to actually produce a card, and you know, you can make them funny. You can do a hell of a lot more. You know, one of the best presents I've ever got for my kids was my daughter had done this, basically like poem sort of thing, but she'd put like sweets in the certain areas of what she was writing, which was really lovely, and it meant a lot. And I always say to my kids, you know, like Father's Day, you know, Christmas, birthdays, you know, I don't care about the commercial world of presents and stuff. Time with you is precious, like Father's Day, you know, birthdays and Christmas. But, you know, and when you make something yourself, you know, there's a lot more than, you know, like cards. I got to admit, you think how many cards are sold every year? And I mean, I'm sure there's business owners out there now wanting to absolutely crucify me for saying it, but it's a lot of waste. We take a card, we then, you know, like a big thing for me is, so you want to send me a Christmas card, that's fine, but why? Oh, to have a Merry Christmas. Just write me a message, Merry Christmas. You know, pick up the phone, send me a message. You know, don't worry about it. You know, it's. And I found this always interesting between, again, let's go to the sexist side here, men and women, is men are like, oh, I'll buy you a pint and a pub. Girls are like, here's a card, here's this, you know. Wow. Guys are like, see, men are quite good at recycling when it comes to beer. So it's like, down the pub, have a pint, happy birthday, mate. It's very interesting how that swap over. And like you're saying with that makeup product, the makeup remover, I think that is a really good present for Christmas.
Yeah.
So
I think it is as well. It's a completely waste-free gift. And that's the problem, is that if you don't know someone that well, or you've got someone who's got everything, giving them something reusable, giving them something that swaps out something bad, wipes, or giving them something like soap that they can use and then not have any waste left. Giving them something like that is a waste-free option. It's a card. It's, you know, a card, once you've finished with it, you're finished with it. And then it has to go somewhere and you have to do something with it. But the makeup removers, you don't ever finish with them because you keep washing them and reusing them. The soap, when you're finished with that, you're left with nothing. So that's...
Again, yeah, I find that truly amazing. I didn't even know this stuff was out there, to be fair.
There's a lot of stuff out there and we stock most of it.
Good. Right. So, look, did you say you're going to give something away for our wonderful consumers out there?
Yeah, so I mean, we were looking at the bathroom and kitchen cleaners, weren't we? Because they are my absolute all-time favourite product. But you're also now swaying me on the makeup removers.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you want to do it, how you want to give it away, or what you want to do. Do you want to do a question? Do you want to put it on the crux of at the end of the lockdown period and our quiz is over? Do you want to put it onto there, or maybe a couple of things? One thing for people coming in, and two, and one for the, I don't know, put in the pot, as they say, for the wonder of the what. I think.
So we can definitely do makeup removers and a bar. So whether we do one for a quiz winner and one for something else.
So what can we do? Let's see how we can get people to pop into.
Yeah, this is your side of things, not mine.
Oh really? Oh okay. So we've got a makeup remover and the cleaning, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's it called? Cleaning.
It's a Planet Detox cleaning bar.
Planet Detox cleaning bar. Right. Okay. So do I get a choice of which one I put into the?
Go for it. Yeah.
I tell you what. Let's throw it out there in the messages to people out there if they quickly can jump in there. Which is, what would you rather have as now, or would you like to accumulate into the wonderful quiz? Is it the Planet Detox cleaning bar, or is it going to be the makeup remover? So quickly. So while we wait to see what people comment, what do you think we can do for you to get people to go into your Facebook page and have maybe look down? Should I do a question? Is there something that you've got on your Facebook page that maybe people can, the first one to answer, we can give it away, or
something that, oh gosh, I should look through my Facebook, really, shouldn't I?
I looked through your Facebook page and I know exactly what you got on there, hence why there was some questions on there in our quiz.
Yeah, I missed all of those because I was serving my customer.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You can go back on the show and watch this later. But I mean, what else do you have? We looked around.
Bring it up so I can have a look.
You're going to try and cheat, right? Okay.
I am.
It's not really cheating. It's fair enough. I was about to say, let's have a look. See if we bring up your Facebook page. I'm
cheating and I'm going on it.
You did it. You did. Okay. Let's. Here we go. How about now? We did talk about this quite a lot, and I've said it quite a lot. And I know off the top of my head, how much is it for the bamboo razor?
There we go. Yeah.
How's that? That's a good question.
That's a good one. Yeah.
How much? First one to put on there. So how much is it? Just write that little down. I think that's quite a good one. I believe I got that right. I can put that in I don't know if you saw the private chat I can have with you. I believe it was. I'm putting it in there now that you can see it. Nobody else can. But if you quickly look at that and tell me if that is correct.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Excellent. Brilliant.
Yep.
So, so Carol said the cleaning bar, please. Is that Carol? Is that for the cleaning bar, as in for the now, or maybe that's what we should have done. Let the winner choose.
Yeah.
And then the other one can go into the prize fund. Call it the prize fund, shall we? Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Carol's. It'd be funny if your mum puts it down, actually. That'd be quite funny. Because how do we do a competition when it comes to something like that? Well, I'll wait to see some answers come in, see if they do come in. Anything else you'd like to add in regards to what you're doing? Carol's put down $19.99 and $1.99 for a pack of 5 new blades. Well, I can tell you the $1.99's right, Carol. But actually, the price of the razor is not $19.99. Ha! I should be scrolling back through that now. So what else can you say to people out there in regards to your shop? I mean, you're open most days, aren't you? 9 till.
Yeah.
Basically.
So school hours most days, 9:30 till 2:30. Fridays and weekend hours, we post them on Facebook the night before because, as I say, Liam works some weekends and then he's not often off on a Friday, but our little one doesn't go to his childminders on a Friday. So if we are open, we will post it on social media the night before.
So it's on your Facebook page, Instagram as well. What are you on Instagram, by the way?
Both Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, but what's your handle on?
Aylesbury Eco Stores.
Just okay.
That's it.
Aylesbury,
that easy.
Eco Store.
Eco
no, Carol,
Store.
it's not $9.99, by the way. Go higher. Sorry, go on, Carol.
So the stores, rather than being because I keep getting this, rather than being the American term stores for shop,
Right.
it's food stores, because we are a food stores. We store the foods. So that's where the name came from, which it confuses a lot of people because it's not an American name.
Right. Okay. All right. I see.
We're food stores, but so it's Aylesbury Eco Stores on Facebook and on Instagram. But I think I've told you most things. So of course, you know that we've got an incredible cleaning COVID routine. You know that we want to get people in here to do free shopping and to get free food, because some people need that right now. You know that we've got a chicken. You know that we sell a huge range of products, so foods, zero waste items, liquid refills. We've mentioned my awards, but we haven't mentioned my 5-star hygiene rating.
Oh, good point. Yeah, well done. Yeah.
I'm impressed with that one. I don't know which one I'm more impressed with, the 5-star hygiene rating or my Pride of Bucks awards.
Well, that's a good question, isn't it? I mean, if you're a food outlet, that 5-star is pretty much, you need it, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
But from your point of view, it's a bit like 4 or a 3, but you actually got a 5.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. So
yeah.
Oh, what do you?
COVID for you. That's another thing that COVID helped us with, because I'm so overly clean. I take that to the cupboard. I take that to the rest of the shop. I take that to me. My hands are mullered because I'm always washing my hands. But that's, I expected the 5 stars, but what I didn't expect was for my customers to pull through and nominate me for the award. So
big thank you to the customers, isn't it? But then again, I can see why they would. I mean, what you're doing is truly amazing. I mean, the thing about obviously people with the free food as well. Yeah. You're obviously on the nice scale of things in life for what you're doing.
We try.
Well, yeah, we all try. I mean, again, what was it? For evil to prosper, a good man does nothing, or good woman does nothing. So, Carol says, "Be proud of you both. They don't give them out freely." There you go. Be proud of both of the things that you got. Apparently, they don't give out the 5-star award or obviously the other award for what you've done easily. She's also, I'm going to have to go and scroll back. I know the 3 colors, rose gold, silver, and black, but she doesn't know the price. Carol, just go up a little bit on your price. So what should we do with the winner? Shall I come in and pick it up?
Yeah. I mean, we've got our opening hours. We know when we're here. To be fair, we're not busy enough at the minute for somebody to come in and have to wait an hour to get it. So if they come in, they tell me what they want. That's it.
They're probably pretty shocked. I'm not being funny. I'm gonna have to pop in there now. My partner, she's gone in there and obviously enjoyed everything and got the flour and stuff. But for me, I'm a bit like, well, maybe there's some stuff there. You've changed my option.
Well, there will be.
There's a couple of Christmas present ideas as well that I'm loving. Yeah. I'm absolutely loving. I've got to admit it. It's truly great to see that something like this is out there, and it's in Aylesbury. So maybe if you're further afield than Aylesbury, unfortunately you have to get in a car and drive here. Well, maybe you can bike it even. Make it
There are some other zero waste shops. So there's one in Long Crendon. You've got one in Presswood. You've got some in Oxford. So there are other zero waste shops, and they are popping up all over the place now, which is fantastic.
Are you part of a group of you?
There are a few. You've got a zero waste shop setup group, which shows me all the shops across the country popping up. Okay. There are loads of them. And then you've also got like Zero Waste Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire Recycles, Zero Waste shops in Bucks. And I can see there's a few mobile vans setting up. There's a few more market stalls setting up. There's a few more physical shops around Buckinghamshire. And I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, the mobile van, again, I saw that on your Facebook page.
The rolling notes,
Yeah, that's nothing to do with you then. That's another sort of shop.
That's competition.
Yeah, it's what I'm finding really strange. You're actually promoting these other zero, businesses, but it's not about, is it, just coining in and making loads of money? It's actually about creating a zero, basically, footprint, zero waste. So very interesting. Maybe I can have a chat with them and interview them as well and find out what goes on. Because their van comes round, is it? And then they.
Yeah, so I was actually looking into doing a mobile van before we started the shop, but logistics wise, I just don't think I've got the brains for it.
What do you mean?
So it seems really difficult. So they will obviously have to organise to have set pitches, and then they'll go around all of the villages and the towns. They'll set up at a certain time, certain date. People will bring their jars and containers like they do here, and then they just move on to the next place.
Okay.
I think it's fantastic. It makes it so much easier to access this.
Yeah, of course it is. It's truly just amazing. Just the idea that you can just reuse your plastic containers, and I mean, somebody turns up at your door. I mean, that's better than normal, like Tesco, isn't it? It's a bit like, you're doing something for the environment. Good question. Is it battery or is it petrol driven?
I am fairly sure it is a standard van.
Yeah.
So they came in here to talk to me to pre-warn me of what they were doing.
That's nice.
And of course, a lot of zero waste shops do that. And I was like, you don't need to pre-warn me. Tell me more. I'm excited. I want to know when you're opening. I want to know where you're going to go. I want to know what you're stocking, because I just want to see how many more people now have access to shopping like this.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's all I care about.
That's something that they can promote back, though, because I'm not being funny. They only have a limited number on that van, aren't they? It's not like there's a big articulated lorry coming down your road, you know what I mean, and then pulling outside and you walk in, and it's like, you know what I mean, a massive load of storage space and, loads of usable products. But they can also promote you back, can't they?
Yeah.
They can say, look, there's the Eco Stores down on it. I nearly gave the answer away from one of the questions. So down by wherever. So then go down there, and it literally is like loads of stuff in there. I mean, the products that you've got. I mean, obviously you know all your products as well. You seem to be well clued up on them. So that's something. Sorry, Carol keeps writing in, and she doesn't want to leave our thing. So I keep writing to her higher. But she needs to go on from the 1999 and go higher. And but yeah, I mean, I'll reach out, or maybe you can reach out on behalf of me and just tell them about what we're doing, because I'd like to see that. It'll be quite amazing. But it's a really weird one when you think of all these, like, your Morrisons, your Tesco's, your Sainsbury's. They just want to grab the market, take it all for themselves, while they do price checker and all the other things. But you're not like that. You're literally just going.
I think it's the whole zero waste shop as a whole. So of course I'm part of a group for shops like this setting up, and everybody, they just want to help. So everybody asks questions, everybody answers questions, everybody sends in tips and advice. A lot of zero waste shops will share orders with each other so that they're not having to meet the minimum order number on their own. And that's right. We're not competition, because our entire goal is to get people to shop like this. And the more of us there are, the more people will shop like this. And so if you want to make £1 million, this is not the business for you to be in. I mean, if you want to pay yourself at all, this is not the business to be in. This is about spreading the word, helping other people shop like this. That's it.
That's quite a big thing. That really is to say that I'm literally doing this for the good of mankind. Sorry, Carol's still writing. She went to $25.99, and I'm going no lower. I feel like I should have the cards, higher, lower.
The price is right.
There we go. I'm about to say, am I too old? Have I just said something which you have no idea what that program is? But it's really weird that you've got that, and I just can't believe that in one respect, that you're kind of setting yourself up to fizzle out, so to speak, in one respect.
I mean, there is a slight danger because supermarkets like Morrison's and Waitrose are now starting to do like the dispensers that we've got over here.
Right.
And so they're starting to refill food as well. And that, on one hand, it's amazing because then people will see that and think, oh, I like shopping like this. Let's go to a zero waste shop. But on the other hand, that takes away from us.
Yeah.
And although we are kind of setting ourselves up to not grab everything for ourselves, we want to share it. We don't want to share it so much that we kill ourselves off. But ethically, I think that no matter how many shops there are like this or how many supermarkets add stuff like this, people will always come to us because I'm here. I'm a normal person.
You know, we were here.
Yeah, we were here when times were hard. We were here to look after people. We have genuinely physically tested everything that's in this shop. And so why would you go into Morrison's and just, you know, self-serve something because they've got it in dispensers when you can come and shop and support a real family and actually get products that work and that have been physically tested?
Do you know what? I'll tell you what this reminds me of. The good old days when I used to buy stuff for my car. By the way, I just going to jump in. Carol's finally got the price right.
There we go.
£20.99. £20.99. So I just put to her, well done. And she's gone, woo! Well done, Carol. I do know Carol. She's a really good person. Tell us, Carol, what would you like? The makeup remover or the Planet Detox cleaning bar? There's your choice. And yeah. But yeah, in the old days of, you could go into a computer shop, a car spare shop, and you could go to the guy behind the counter and go, this is the problem I've got with my car. And I'll go, oh, so you got this or you got that? And you're like, I've got this problem. And then they go, right, well, you need this, or I recommend you do that, or you really want to order this product. You know, you don't get that when you walk into your, I mean, health and stuff. You know, it's just general, you know, the people in there. I mean, my daughter works in Halfords, you know, she's a trained to be a mechanic, but you haven't got somebody who's got 40 years experience. I mean, again, you don't look 40, so I'm not saying that. No. But it's one of those things when you've got the experience, people know what that product is. I mean, my daughter's quite actually knowledgeable about all the stuff. I mean, she tells me stuff I need from the camper van, and I'm like, oh, okay. But there is that sort of range, isn't there, of testing all the products, know what they are. Ah, the detoxy cleaning bar. I went, that's what she would like. So
upside down. There we go.
A proud winner, Carol. Congratulations. Well done. Woo! Thanks for watching, Carol. Really nice that you've been also commenting. Surprised your mum didn't try and get in there. She should have known the price as well. But you do lose that, don't you? You do lose that little bit of, you go into, like, for instance, I mean, I've got into Tesco's and Sainsbury's and whatever and asked questions and people ain't got a clue. And you're like, well, don't worry about it. But actually, if they come to you, they literally do. Yeah. I mean, you've been very knowledgeable. I've been asking you loads of questions and you've been just batting out. You are. You're very good. You're very good. And you've done very good on the show today. And it's been truly amazing doing this, hopefully. And hopefully you will pick up a lot more clients from this interview today. And I don't know what else to say really, except for just thank you. It's been truly amazing.
Well, thank you.
No, it really is. Again, Christmas. How are you doing over Christmas? Is that going to be closed times? I mean, because obviously school's going to finish, so are you going to do more hours? Are you going to do less? I mean, I'm not. I think you'll get a few people about all that Christmas stuff because I better get there soon to you and buy my stuff that I kind of want to get hands on. But you know,
we need more makeup removers. We need to get more made for us.
I've got to admit that's definitely on one of my on my list. And the razors, it's not looking too bad either. That's me. You know, you're talking $1.99 over. What is it? You said 5 razors, so if you use one a month, that's only, you know, I mean, that's a lot cheaper than what there is out there currently.
£15 for a 4-pack of replaceable heads in plastic packets.
Do you know what? That's something that's always grated on me. You know, I got to admit, I don't shave as much as some of my male counterparts who shave literally every 20 minutes. But when I'm buying razors, I go, how much? That's a lot. I mean, you're talking a lot of money for that. And is it really that much money to produce this product? And like I say, it's like Easter eggs, you know, when you see the packaging that they come in. I can't. Oh, here we go. Quick question from Carol, which is one quick question. What are the products like for people with cirrhosis?
So bad skin. So a lot of our products, because was that right? Yeah,
psoriasis, I should really say. Sorry,
that's what I thought you meant.
Yeah,
so I was going to say, a lot of our products, because they are so natural and as chemical free as possible, a lot of them are very, very good for psoriasis. So like I say, with eczema, the So Natural body stick that I've got, I use that on my son's eczema. You could also obviously use that on psoriasis. The same with our alternative soaps, because they're so gentle, you could use that on psoriasis skin and it's not going to flare up and affect you quite as bad as other products would do.
Yeah, because a lot of products do dry out your skin. I find that with my dry skin condition. It's a bit like, you know, some of the stuff I've had, I'm like, whoa, what? You can almost feel it just take the moisture out of your skin. And it's just like,
I'm going to come this way. And I'm going to tell you then that you need one of these. So this is the So Handy body stick by So Natural Cosmetics, an Aylesbury-based company, and they started trading properly in the first lockdown, and they approached us, and their products are genuinely amazing. So we've got the moisturizing body stick, which is this one, which I've got in my bag. Their deodorant, which me and Liam both use, and then their lip balm, which of course I've got one in my pocket at all times. And they're natural, they're vegan, they're cruelty free, they're in cardboard, they're made in Aylesbury.
How much are they?
Get better than that. So you've got the body stick and deodorant are £8.49 each, and then £8.95, sorry, and then the lip balm is £6.95, but they last like a lot longer than, you know, a stereotypical shop bought product. They're very, very good. They're worth the money, and the fact that they're made in Aylesbury alone means that they're worth it to me.
Maybe you could create something for Christmas, you know, like a hamper sort of thing with all those little products in there, which would be pretty cool.
I keep thinking about it. Yeah. I'm full of ideas. It's just whatever I do, it cannot be wasteful.
Yeah.
So if I give...
Good point. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Stupid me. Yes, I apologise. Yeah. Because
I don't want to make up a pack and put, for instance, toothpaste tabs in, and then somebody go, oh no, I don't want those, and then waste them, because that defeats the whole point.
Do you know
I'm going to let people come in and choose what they want, put it in some kind of hamper, and then maybe put a reduced price on it because they've selected X amount of products. But I'm not going to force which products they have on them.
That's good. No. Again, hats off. I didn't think about that, but yeah, again, zero waste, and I'm just wasting. See how easy it is to do, isn't it? Again, like I said to you before, you know, don't worry about looking silly on there. I'll just do that myself. But yeah, that's very intriguing. So just come in, buy what you need, and you know, you can work something out. Oh, well, there you go. I suppose that Christmas 3 for 2, not whatever, or whatever you do. Or...
I mean, I'm not quite there on Christmas yet, because I've got all these ideas, and then of course one thing doesn't work, and then I'm on to the next idea and whatever. But when we've got all of our Christmas soaps and bath products in, a lot of them will be pick and mix, so 3 for £1 anyway. And then at that point, I will sit and look at what I can price the products up. So if you pick up a soap, a cleaning product, and a body product, you can have X amount off.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll get there.
I'm sure you will. I mean, I'm fascinated. Do you know what? kind of said to you only half an hour. I said probably the maximum sort of thing. We've been doing 2 hours. It's just amazing. But I'm gonna have to round it up, and like I said, it's truly. I still got to do the last question. But
I missed all the other ones, so I have no idea what's going on with them.
I'll tell you what. I'll quickly tell you what they are, and then we can do the sixth one as well. I've got to swap the screen round, which is annoying with this software. You're saying about certain things. I have 2 softwares that I use that allow me to do what I do. Each one has its bonuses and whatever.
Yeah.
Right. There we go. That was question number 5. So that shouldn't have popped up like that, but it did. But let me just quickly go back to question 1. So question 1 was, what does FBL stand for? For Bragging Live, for Broadcasting Live, or Favorite Broadcasting Level. Oh, here we go. Question 2 was, where does FBL mostly live stream to? I gave a little clue out to people saying you're kind of watching it now. Question 3 was, what animal features most on Eco Shop's Facebook page? Again, if you haven't been on it, get onto Eco Stores Aylesbury's Facebook page. Obviously, follow, like, and obviously see what you're all doing. You can also write messages to you on there as well. But there's a dog, cat, chicken, or camel. Question 4 was, what road is Aylesbury Eco Stores on? Is a trick question, so be careful. Make sure you look it up on Facebook. Wendover Road, Ravens Lane, Edison Road, or Buckingham Road. Question 5. Now you will need to go to their Facebook page. Plastics take 500 to 1,000 years to degrade, but what percentage is sent to landfill according to Eco Store Facebook page? And that's worth 2 points, that one. Option 1 was 50, option 2, 69, option 3, 79, or option 4, 89. Again, what percentage is sent to landfill? And number 6, I don't know, maybe you want to help out here. Ready, Dan? Who is the MP for Aylesbury? Option 1 is Boris Johnson, option 2, Keir Starmer, option 3, Rob Butler, or option 4, Greg Smith. So, do you know the answers to that?
I do know the answer to that. Yep, I have spoken to them quite a few times about the shop now.
Oh, have you now? Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking for an animal. She wandered off, but I found her now. We're okay.
Have you? Well, I'm going to just put in the comments as well, which is how to get onto filling out the wonderful form. If you fill it out, give us your email address, and we can collate that. Again, at the end of the 4 weeks, we'll total up everybody's score, and we'll see exactly how. About to come to see the chicken.
That's all right. I'm grabbing her. There is an art to picking up a chicken.
Okay, what's the art? Show me the art.
There we go. That's right. I've got it now. So under her feet, and we're going to get a bit of flapping because she's not very stable at the minute.
Oh, cool.
There we go.
It's like one of those TV adverts, going through with a chicken.
I mean, how cool is this, though? I mean, Will, you going to perch? Good girl. There we go.
Elsie, is it Elsie? Isn't
it? Evie. You threw me there.
Evie, sorry, apologies. Wow, that's well. Do you know what?
Different, isn't it?
Again, I can't wait to see the chicken. Might as well something out of a prison program. I assume they kept on seeing chickens, but yeah, that's just. And how old is she?
19 months old now.
19 months. Maybe that's a question for later on in our quiz. See if people can go back and have a look. Again, Deanna and Evie, obviously.
And Evie, yeah.
Yep, absolutely great talking to you, and obviously, researching and finding out all the stuff that you got at your store. And we wish you all the best. And everybody, please get on their Facebook page. We'll put links into our description and stuff, and hopefully you can tell us how you get on if everything's increased. All right.
Yeah. So that's it. Well, I just want people to come down and utilize the free foods. That's a big one for me.
Do you know that's a good point? Yeah, let's just concentrate on that a little bit more actually before we tidy up, before we finish up. People can just literally come in, and obviously if they need to, if they
really need to, yeah.
Yeah, and they just come shop like normal, and you'll let them have it for free, basically.
Yeah, That's it. And of course, we'll give them pasta sauces as well, because you can't necessarily make a meal out of pasta, rice, beans, lentils. So we'll give them some sauce to go on top so that they can actually make a meal out of it.
So is that what it is as well? Is it just pasta, lentils, and rice?
So if I come around this way, I'm going to lose the chicken in a minute. So we've got beans, lentils, pasta, rice, couscous, bulgur wheat, all sorts of foods. And I'm losing a chicken. Go on, go and jump down. Ready, go. She's gone.
Love it. And you get this on FBL, working with the Eco Stores.
Yeah. Well, you only get that with us because we're the only ones weird enough to have a chicken in our shop.
Exactly. Good point. So they got a choice of what?
I mean, anything. So it's all essential foods. I mean, pasta. You've got more pasta. You've got beans. You've got bulgur wheat. You've got bran flakes. You've got peas, lentils, chickpeas, rice, more beans, couscous, porridge. It's all essential food, and you can make a meal out of all of it, but you will of course need sauce to go with it to make like a dinner or a lunch or something. So we just want to provide that as well.
Do you know what? That I will make a snippet out and put that out quite quickly for you for what you're doing. It's truly amazing. So literally free of charge, people can come along if they need it, obviously. If
they need it, yeah.
Don't abuse this facility, everybody out there. And if you pass it on to people, don't abuse this. This is truly what a wonderful family's doing for everybody out there. It's going to cost them. But if you truly do need the help, and like you said, humanely as you could, you're trying to make it so they don't have to bring in some form. It's literally, look, I'm on hard times. Here we are. It does take a lot to ask that, by the way. It does take a lot to actually somebody say that, and for you to say that you're trying to make it as nice as possible so that they don't feel that they're taking liberty, so to speak, which they're not. If you really do need it, and I know there's people out there I will be passing it on to, but I think it's truly amazing. And again, I thank you, and the rest of humankind thank you for what you're doing. It's really really nice. So
thank you.
But no to you, your partner, he said husband, and obviously for all the hard work that you put in, and what you do, and to give away stuff free is truly inspirational to hopefully other businesses out there as well. So once again, Deanna, sorry.
I'm used to it.
Thank you very much for your time today. 2 hours. Didn't think we'd be that long chatting away. But
but only one customer. That's not a good sign. That's not normal for us. Normally, I would have been gone most of this call.
You, to be fair, probably you would. But do you know what? Sometimes there's blessings in disguise. That maybe
we got away with it.
Yeah, we got to do this wonderful show. Got to do, allow people to see what you're all about. I mean, it's great advertising for you, and allow people to see truly the person behind the brand and exactly what you're doing and what good Christmas products there is out there. And also,
got these here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they'll be going into the draw. Not the draw, but they'll be going into the quiz. But
so we've got both of them.
Fantastic. Loving that. Loving it. Thank you very much. And well, hopefully you can come on some more shows and stuff, and keep us updated to exactly how it's going on.
Yeah, hopefully I can tell you just how many people I've fed, and give you a number of people.
That'll be quite nice, because that bodes well, I think, and letting people know exactly what you're doing, how you're giving back as well as an entity.
Because we genuinely do want to. It's not something that we've said we're going to do and then not put much effort into getting out there. We genuinely want to get it out there. We want people in here. We want people to empty our shelves and take all of our food and feed their families. Yeah. And that's...
I tell you what, before we go, actually, how about, can we just do a little, as I say, a soundbite sort of thing? So maybe you can go over and stand over.
Gosh.
Right? Because what I can do is I can snippet this and I can put all my wonderful, crazy things that FBL Broadcasting does to push out the content to loads of people. So if you stand there and then literally do it as an advert for me, that would be great. Then I can just cut that out and snip it up and put my little bow on it, put keywords in, and speak to the algorithm and say, right, there you go and tell the world. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it all screen to you as well. Here we go.
I don't know if I can set you up because I'm actually very cold right now. So I'm shivering because I'm very cold because I've left the door open. There we go.
Right, you
want me to go for it?
I'm going to jump out of this, and just going to be dedicated just to you. Okay? Are you ready for this?
All right. No.
3, 2, 1.
Hiya, I'm Deanna from Aylesbury Eco Stores. Here we have lots of pasta, rices, beans, lentils, pulses, cereals. And what we want for this lockdown is we want to get you in here so that if you are on hard times, if you're not used to this and you are struggling to pay bills, feed children, pay whatever else you need to pay, we want for you to be able to come in here and do a free shop. So we want you to shop like any normal person, not pay at the end, get your essential foods, and then just go and feed your family. And we don't want anything for this. We just want the satisfaction of knowing that while we're sat eating our dinner at night, that other people are sat eating their dinner as well. That's all we want from this.
Truly amazing.
I didn't like that.
You want to do it again?
No, I don't want to do it again.
Your mum, by the way, your mum's put on it. Just turn back in and just missed the dig about mum. Can you repeat so I can retain it? I can't even speak now.
No, I'll call her in a bit.
Good, yeah. I can't do this family squabbling anymore.
No.
Okay, everybody, don't forget. Look in the comments if you haven't already. Fill out the form. What do you reckon? I should give them until midnight or noon tomorrow to fill in the questions. What do you reckon, Deanna?
Noon tomorrow. Give them a bit of time.
You're just too nice. I'm going to say midnight, man. I'm cutting them off.
I shouldn't own a shop because I want everyone to be able to get everything. Like, I want things to be easy for people.
Okay, all right. Because of that, 12 noon, and because of all the good work that you're doing, by all means, I will keep the answer sheet or the question and answer sheet open until 12 noon tomorrow, where I will close it down and then people can get their points allocated to the board, which I'll bring in on Friday. Once again, it's been amazing talking to you. Truly amazing store that you have, and I thank you and your family for what you're doing. And obviously, I'll get that soundbite out there pretty quick for you, and hopefully. It was good. It was brilliant. It was natural.
Write it down.
Well, do you know what? 2 hours of show. That sound bit covers up quite a lot. But look, it'll do good. So hopefully we'll speak to you before Christmas or anything like that. But if I don't have a good Christmas, do keep us updated to what's going on and any new products as well. And maybe some of the shows that we do, you can probably jump on and say, hey, we got this product, we got that product. Again, don't mind promoting and helping businesses out. That's what FBL Broadcasting is all about. Okay.
Amazing. Yeah, I've had fun. I'm now freezing to death, but I've had fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really do. Right, so I'll sign off. And once again, to everybody out there, thanks for watching. And if you've got a business, charity, or anything, do let us know. We probably won't be. I don't know if we can do 2 hours as much as we did with you. But it's been truly amazing. We'll dedicate what we can and how we can. But once again, everybody, thanks for watching. And it's been truly. And again, check out on Facebook, Aylesbury Eco Stores, also on Instagram as well.
Instagram
and Facebook, isn't it? That's all. You're not on Twitter?
There we go. Trying to show you the shop.
Yeah.
This camera does not work for me.
No, it's there. It does good. It's doing all right. It's doing fine.
There we go.
Okay, once again, thank you very much. Oh, there they go. Camera's over here.
Thank you.
See you later. Everybody else.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Fill out the questions. Let us know what's going on. And we'll find out on Friday who's leading the board. Catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.